Look at the board. There are three problems related to the signs, related to the symbols of the trigonometric ratios according to the quadrants. The first problem is this: cos t is given as 9/41. T is in the fourth quadrant, and they ask us to find all other trigonometric ratios. See, since cos t is 9/41, I constructed a right angle triangle with the angle t. Since 9 and 41 is given, I don't know this opposite side of the t. I found it as 40. After having all the sides of this triangle, sin t is just opposite by hypotenuse. That's why I wrote it as 40/41. By using the basic definitions, I wrote the values for all the trigonometric ratios. But since t is in the fourth quadrant, you need to use the symbols plus and minus according to that. In the fourth quadrant, cos and secant are positive, so just use plus signs for these two, and all the remaining are with a negative signs. And that's it, the 31st problem. And now look at this 32nd one, and I am going to deal with the 32nd one. What is 32nd problem? Have a look at the board. That 32nd problem says that x is given as sin theta into modulus of sin theta, and y is given cos theta into modulus of cos theta, and theta is mentioned in between 99 pi by 2. Look there, theta is given that 99 pi by 2 less than theta less than 50 pi. This is the thing about the theta. And now we need to find the value of y minus x. Right. Here x involves with sin theta into mod sin theta, y involves with cos theta into mod cos theta. You need to recall the definition of modulus. I already told you in some other class, modulus of x is just nothing but x if x is greater than 0, and this is minus x if x is less than 0. You need to think about the expression or the thing which is there under this modulus. If the thing, the x which is there in the modulus is positive, the result is plus x. X or plus x both are same. If x is positive, it is plus x. We need to multiply with plus sign. And if x is negative, you need to multiply with a minus sign. Like that is minus x. Once again, have a look at this. So, to remove this modulus of sin theta, to remove that modulus, you need to think about sin theta, whether it is positive or negative. You need to think about cos theta, whether it is positive or negative. For that, you need to identify the quadrant where this theta is located. Yeah. Then look there where this theta is located. And this is the definition of modulus, and I am searching for the quadrant where my theta is located. 99 pi by 2 less than theta less than 50 pi. I may write it like this: 99 times of pi by 2 less than theta less than 100 times of pi by 2. And now this is 99 pi by 2, this is 100 pi by 2. Have a look at this. See, this is 0 degrees, this is pi by 2, and this is 2 pi by 2, and this is 3 pi by 2, and this is 4 pi by 2. And if you move one more round, 5 pi by 2, 6 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, and this line again equivalent with 8 pi by 2. That in the sense, this positive direction of x-axis corresponds to the angle for 4 multiples of pi by 2. Here 100 pi by 2, 100 is a 4 multiple, so 100 pi by 2 for this angle corresponding terminal ray is this positive x-axis. So this line again acceptable for 100 pi by 2 also. And 99 pi by 2 is just 1 pi by 2 less than this 100 pi by 2, so that 99 pi by 2 is corresponds to this negative direction of y-axis. This is positive direction of x-axis, this is negative direction of what? Y-axis. So for sure theta lies in this fourth quadrant again for this problem. Actually for the previous problem also theta lies in fourth quadrant, and it is given in the question. Now for this 32nd problem, the range of theta lies in this 99 pi by 2 and 50 pi is given. From there we identified that theta lies in fourth quadrant. And what to say about fourth quadrant? In fourth quadrant, cos theta and secant theta are positive, and all other trigonometric ratios are negative, right? And now what I am going to tell you is, I am going to erase this for the space concern. If you look, 99 pi by 2 less than theta less than 100 pi by 2 will give us that theta is in fourth quadrant, Q4. And I need to think about sine and cos. In fourth quadrant, sine theta is negative and cos theta is positive, right? Since sine theta is negative, what you say about modulus of sine theta, and since cos theta is positive, what you say about modulus of cos theta? Since sine theta is negative, modulus of sine theta is just minus sine theta, and since cos theta is positive, modulus of cos theta is just cos theta. Is it clear? See, come again, once again I am repeating for you. Since according to this given range of theta, theta is in fourth quadrant, and since theta is in fourth quadrant, sin theta is negative, cos theta is positive. Since sin theta is negative, modulus of sin theta is minus sin theta, and since cos theta is positive, modulus of cos theta is cos theta. Now look at the question. I need to find out x and y. From there we have to calculate y minus x. See, modulus of sin theta is minus sin theta. Replace that modulus of sin theta with this minus sin theta. How it becomes? I am discussing here, just look there. Now, after the identification of mod sin theta and mod cos theta, x is equals to what? Sin theta into modulus of sin theta is nothing but minus sin theta, and that is equals to what? Minus sin square theta. And y is equals to cos theta into modulus of cos theta is nothing but cos theta, and that is equals to cos square theta. So I have x as minus sin square theta, y as cos square theta. From these two, y minus x is equals to cos square theta minus of minus sin square theta. See, I need to calculate this y minus x as per the question. Y is cos square theta, x is minus sin square theta. So cos square theta minus of minus plus sin square theta will result as 1. Is it right? Have a look at this. And now your y minus x value is just 1. The question is asking us to find y minus x, and at the end the value of y minus x is equals to 1. Look at that. Theta. The range of theta is given in between 99 pi by 2 and 50 pi. So that represents that theta is in fourth quadrant. And in fourth quadrant, cos and secant are positive, all the remaining are negative. That's why sine is negative and cos is positive. So since sine is negative, modulus of sine theta is minus sine theta, and modulus of cos theta is cos theta. I need to calculate y minus x. Y and x I simplify. At the end, y minus x value is 1. Have a look at this. Third one, root of 1 plus cos theta by root of 1 minus cos theta. I need to simplify, and at the end I need to mention the answer depending on the value of theta where it located. See, first of all, to simplify this, what I have to do is I just multiply the both numerator and denominator with 1 plus cos theta. It is given that 1 plus cos theta by 1 minus cos theta. Under the root, in the root, I am just multiplying both numerator and denominator with 1 plus cos theta. Right? Yeah. And in the next step, it becomes like this. Square root of 1 plus cos theta into 1 plus cos theta is 1 plus cos theta whole square. And in the denominator, have a look at this. A minus b into a plus b. A square minus b square, which is just nothing but 1 minus cos square theta. And in the next step, how I have to do? This is equals to square root of 1 plus cos square theta. No, 1 plus cos theta whole square is numerator. And in the denominator, square root of sin square theta. Now, just stop here and then think a while. What you say about that root of x square? For that, you need to revise the concept of root. Root of x square is just nothing but modulus of x only. Okay, I already told you in some other context. Root of x square is modulus of x. Root 3 square is equals to what? Modulus of 3. Root of minus 3 whole square is equals to what? Modulus of minus 3 only, right? And at the end this is 3 and this is also 3. Okay, that's why we say that root 9 is equals to 3 only. Root 9 is not equals to minus 3. This is correct and this is a wrong idea. Okay, so root of x square is just nothing but modulus of x. With that idea, to remove that square and then root, you need to utilize modulus. Okay, and how to remove this modulus? I can remove this modulus just by thinking about x. If that x is positive, it is x only. If that x is negative, I may say it as minus x. Is it right? Yeah. Now, with that idea here, I will just remove this square root along with the square, and I use modulus in removing that square and square root. In the next step, square root of 1 plus cos theta whole square by square root of sin square theta is equals to modulus of 1 plus cos theta divided by modulus of sin theta. Right? Again I am repeating you. You need to note that the definition of square root of x square is equals to modulus of x. Right? Yeah. And now 1 plus cos theta by modulus of sin theta. See how to remove modulus. I told you repeatedly, I am telling here that if the thing which is in the modulus is positive, you just directly remove that modulus, write it as that same x only. If the thing in the modulus is negative, you need to multiply that expression with the minus sign. Now here if you look there, this 1 plus cos theta is positive, and whereas this sin theta may be positive, may be negative. Why 1 plus cos theta is positive? Just think a while. Since cos theta is rotating from 0 to 360, and if you observe the values of cos theta, cos 0 is 0, cos 90 is 1, and in some other situation this is minus 1. Always the values of cos theta are in between minus 1 and 1. Since cos theta is in minus 1 and 1, if you add 1 further, that means 1 plus cos theta is always positive. Since the numerator is always positive, directly remove that modulus, but still you left with the modulus sign in the denominator. Right? And now how can we remove this modulus here? I will remove it just by 1 plus cos theta divided by sin theta or minus sin theta. We have two options here. Okay, I will write in the next line how I have to write. See, look there. This is equals to 1 plus cos theta by sin theta or 1 plus cos theta by minus sin theta. When it happens, if sin theta is positive. When it happens, if sin theta is negative. Okay. If the thing under the modulus is positive, directly remove that. If it is negative, you need to what? If it is negative, you need to use minus sign there. Okay. And now this is equals to 1 plus cos theta by sin theta. Wherever the sin theta is positive, sin theta is positive if theta belongs to Q1 and Q2, first quadrant and second quadrant. Whenever sin theta is negative, if theta belongs to Q3 and Q4. And now this is equals to 1 plus cos theta by sin theta. 1 by sin theta is what? Cosecant theta, plus cos theta by sin theta is what? Cot theta. Whenever it happens, if theta in Q1 comma Q2, right? And this is equals to 1 by minus sin theta is minus cosecant theta, cos theta by minus sin theta is minus cot theta if theta in Q3 or Q4. Have a look at this. The simplified value depends on the position of theta where it is there. If theta is in either first quadrant or second quadrant, sin theta is positive and modulus of sin theta is sin theta. So 1 plus cos theta by sin theta is cosecant theta plus cot theta. And whereas if theta is negative, see sin theta is negative, then mod sin theta is minus sin theta. You get it as minus cosecant theta minus cot theta, and theta is in third and fourth quadrants. Have a look at this, the complete simplification. This is the problem. To simplify it, multiply with 1 plus cos theta and 1 plus cos theta both in numerator and denominator. In the next step, numerator is 1 plus cos theta whole square, denominator is a minus b into a plus b. 1 minus cos square theta. The numerator part root of this square, root of this square. See, root x square is modulus of x. So this is mod 1 plus cos theta, this is modulus of sin theta. See, to remove that modulus, you need to think about the expression which is there in the modulus. Here the expression in the modulus 1 plus cos theta is positive. So directly remove that modulus and write it as 1 plus cos theta. Here the expression in the modulus sin theta may be positive, may be negative. If it is positive, write it sin theta. If it is negative, write it as minus sin theta. And on simplification, we have two answers, if theta in first and second quadrants or if theta in third and fourth quadrants. Have a look at this, one of the important problems, that in the sense in each and every material and in each and every book you will face this problem, okay? Have a look, and if you have any doubts